So baiting and luring is an essential part of modifying pest behaviour to increase their interaction rate with you and your devices. What we've got here is a range of products. All of them can work and all of them can fail. It's your application as an operator that makes the most difference. We've got the excellent lure as a egg-based lure that you can use with broken eggshells. Eggs can get expensive, so that'll keep the cost down. It's quite liquid and runny, so easy to put on the thresholds, easy to put around the place on fence posts or trees or whatever. Mutton fat or beef fat, whole raw fat. The real good thing about that is that flies and wasps don't take it away. Slugs and snails don't harvest it, so those are big problems for a lot of lures, especially these does and the flower. The cool thing about mutton fat is you can rub it on the baffles of your traps to pre-feed and lure them into your traps. Peanut dough, just smeared liberally on snap traps for rats is very good. It's got a much thicker consistency. It goes on traps very, very easily. It's got an amazing peanut smell and texture, like really palatable to possums and rodents. The fishy dough, very good as a lure at the entrance to Dock 200s. I use it a lot on cage traps as well, and as I said, really good for possums, surprisingly. The rabbit spray, or there's also the salmon lure, which is just used as a lure at trap entrances and in the thresholds. And then the putty is just really easy to apply to traps, to things like flipping timmies, to sentinels, to victor traps. Beautiful, highly palatable bait formulations. Two versions, the aniseed for rats and the cinnamon for possums. The reasons they're coloured purple and blue are that birds see the Roy end of the colour spectrum, the Roy G Biv of the rainbow. These are at the Biv end of the spectrum and they're less attractive to birds. You still might catch a few, but if you use reds and yellows and oranges, you will attract a lot of birds who are sight feeders. And then the blaze, which I use quite liberally on everything I do, not necessarily to attract predators, but to bring other animals to predator trap sites that attract predators through the scent trails. It's a visual cue. That very bright white is highly attractive in the moonlight to possums, and when they get close, there's icing sugar in there, there's flour, there's yummy flavours that match with the cinnamon dough, and yeah, it gives them a food reward, encouraging them to engage with you. The arrays is a preserved product which lasts okay. It can get pretty manky in summertime when it's humid, but during winter you can use whole fresh meat. It stays viable for much longer. So yeah, it's about choosing your baits, mixing it up. All of these lures can be changed up. If you stick to the same recipe all the time, you're not going to be as successful if you're continually moving with the seasons to react to what the animals are doing and what's happening in your landscape.